Bob Davis with the Davis Universal Hydrant Boot. We're here today to do an installation of a frost-free water hydrant. Okay, now that we have the water line attached to the bottom of the hydrant to the valve assembly down here, the next step, we want to attach the hydrant boot while we're still on top of the ground. The important thing about this hydrant boot is safety. It doesn't require somebody to be in the trench. Avoid getting into that trench if you can, and with my Davis hydrant boot, it's simple. The Davis Universal Hydrant Boot is an innovative process that involves two halves. They're identical. They snap together. They have drainage slots on the side walls and drainage slots in the floor. On the outside, they have protective louvers that go over the top of the drain slots to keep dirt and debris from coming down into the inside and plugging up the weep hole on the hydrant. So, and it's a cinch to snap together. To take side A, place it underneath the water hydrant. As soon as that's in place, take side B, identical parts, place it over the top, line up the pegs in the loop, snap it together. Now your hydrant valve is fully protected by a safety void between the valve and the dirt. 3 hose clamps are required on these hydrant boots. 1 on each side and 1 on top. Now this particular hydrant is being hooked up in line. In other words, a water line going in to supply water to the hydrant, and a water line coming back out the other side to supply water to a waterer, an automatic waterer. It can be used on a single installation of a single hydrant with a 90 instead of a T, but 3 hose clamps are required. Okay, double check your snaps on that, make sure everything's all tight. If you're doing a 90 instead of a T, just leave that opposite end open. Use it for water drainage also, but make sure you put a hose clamp on all 3 spots, whether you're putting in a T or a 90. The nice thing about the Davis Universal Hydrant Boot is inside of this cavity right here, when you drain this standpipe all the way down to the bottom, this is a 6-foot bury hydrant that's approximately 8 foot long. The capacity of this Davis Universal Hydrant Boot will hold over 6 times the drainage of this standpipe. This hydrant boot replaces approximately 9 square feet of washed gravel 6 inches thick. This eliminates the need to even get in a trench, let alone handle 2 heavy 5-gallon buckets of washed gravel. Another problem this Davis Universal Hydrant Boot solves is when you drain this standpipe, it comes out through a valve in the bottom, comes out under pressure, one direction and one direction only for as long as the hydrant life is. So it will come out in that same direction until it erodes away at the dirt bank, and the dirt bank comes back in and silts in around your relief drain valve. What this does, it contains all of that pressure inside the boot, and it doesn't give it an opportunity to erode against the dirt bank. Okay, now we're going to do the safest installation you've ever seen. It's as simple as this. Pick the hydrant up, over to the edge of the trench, lower it in. Okay, the hydrant is in, it's in place. The hydrant boot's in place. Everything's ready to go, it's ready to backfill. We're going to do a pressure check on this hydrant. Make sure that everything works the way it's supposed to. And when we shut this valve off, we're going to make sure that it drains back out through that valve, that Davis Universal hydrant boot in the bottom. Doing exactly what it's designed to do. This product is entirely made in the good old United States. It's here to help you and to serve you. It'll make your job a lot easier, a lot safer, and a lot quicker.